The longer the time spent in retirement, the harder it becomes to be certain about a retiree's financial outcome. In planning for retirement or just living it, you must understand the risks that lie ahead and how they could impact your financial security. Joining us is Jordan Funke with the Financial Specialist in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Jordan, one strategy for managing risk with investments is diversification. Talk about what you see with new clients in your practice. Would you say that a lot of them think they're diversified, but they're really not?
That's exactly right, Scott. A lot of clients, well, you've got two different blends. You've got kind of the do-it-yourselfers, the one who go on their e-trades, their different things, and they just think, well, either I can buy the index and hold, or you've also got a lot of clients that they're just blindly trusting their financial advisor and not really taking a look behind the curtain of where they're invested. I get clients reaching out to me all the time about just, hey, take a look at my portfolio. And one of the things that we do a lot for our clients is I'll do an overlap report, saying that if you've got this model A, model B, it'll actually look at the inner workings of each model and see some of these portfolios will be 50, 60% invested in the same thing. And is that really diversification? I mean, to me, I don't think so, but it's up to each client to kind of tell and do their due diligence on where they're invested.
So how should market risk in a portfolio change as someone gets older or closer to retirement?
Well, one of the big things that we believe at the Financial Specialists is that prescription without diagnosis is malpractice. So each person has a different risk. There's no real one size fits all. The closer you do get to retirement, then ideally, if you've done a good job, proper saving all the way along, then we can take significantly less risk. And if I'm taking too much risk, if I'm outperforming the market and a client is in that kind of later age and getting close to retirement, then that's malpractice on my part because I'm taking too much risk with their money. One of the things that we really try to do is the bucket theory. So we have kind of your short-term assets in one bucket, the assets for 1 to 2 years. We usually use cash or cash alternatives. Then we've got that 3 to 5 year bucket where we can take slightly more risk with just kind of bond alternatives, dividend paying income. And then we've got that 5 to 10 year money where we don't really have to worry that you're going to need that money anytime soon. So that's the money that we're taking the risk and seeing the growth with, because God forbid a financial crisis, a Brexit, whatever happens, or a global pandemic, that money you can kind of look in the face and laugh because you're not going to need it for the next 5, 10 years. So we can take a little more risk and seek a little more alpha or return with that money.
And what are some other risks to consider in retirement planning?
A lot of the risks when it comes to actually retirement planning are, one, planning for the uncertainty. Obviously, none of us are going out of this world upright. Medical issues do happen. That is a significant portion of your retirement spending. One of the other main risks that we have for our clients is, I get asked all the time, is either, do I have enough money? What is my number? But what happens if I live too long? Because at that stage in the game, you're no longer worried about dying too early. That's what we have life insurance for. But what we're trying to do when you get closer to retirement is, one, how do I keep my food on the table, my lights on in the house, car payment paid, everything else, but how do I make sure that my income lasts? What percentage can I take out to have a, say, 95% probability of retiring and having a successful retirement? What it really takes is a financial advisor who abides by the fiduciary standard asking you the correct questions, which is why everything we do at the Financial Specialist is custom, where I know that, Scott, your retirement is going to be different than mine. Your hobbies, your interests are different than mine. And the amount of risk that we can take with your money is always going to be different than mine. But what we always like to do is create an income stream for you in retirement so you don't miss earning a paycheck.
That's Jordan Funke with the Financial Specialists. This is Retirement News Online.